Vag, vag, vag. What you gonna do when it's hot outside? Ooh, I know what. Listen to Vag. What you gonna do when the trains are down? Ooh, I know what. Listen to Vag.
All right, hi Vaggies.
Hey guys, we're in a weird spot tonight because this is a busy area and there's a lot of people passing by.
It's very popular. Today the weather was nice and I guess people are still on break.
Oh yeah, people don't go back to school till September.
Yeah, I think but back in Texas everyone's been taking like first day of school photos.
I don't feel like back to school really counts until there's a school shooting.
You're right. I wonder this is a dark, but whatever.
This is a dark?
This is a dark. How many days in do you think from the New York school year? Do you think 8 for a school shooting?
I don't think there's going to be a school shooting in New York.
Not here, but I meant like, let's just say when the general school shooting season starts.
7 to 8.
Okay.
7 to 8 days. I remember last year.
You hear it first.
You heard it first.
Yeah.
I remember last year I did a school shooting joke and there was a school shooting on that day. And I was like, wow, to be so topical.
Well, don't you have a bit about school shooting shopping?
Yeah, like about how everyone loves the summer except school shooters. They're just counting back the days.
Well, apparently they had on CNN there were 3 shooters. They weren't really school. One was going to be a Jewish synagogue, but they preemptively busted 3 guys not tied with each other, but separately.
Where did they bust them?
I don't know. I guess one was a girlfriend or an ex-girlfriend turned one of the guys in because he kept sending texts about how he was going to shoot a whole bunch of people and he couldn't wait. And then when they busted him, they did find a lot of guns on him.
So she actually called the cops on him and they actually did something.
Yeah.
That's amazing because I would think they'd be like, well, we can't do anything until everyone's dead.
I think
that seems like what they usually say is like, we can't actually do anything until everyone's died.
Yeah.
And then someone's like, well, there were signs. And they're like, yeah, but the cops didn't care.
Well, I think if they have a stockpile of weapons, then you can bust them at least on...
Where is this? Because could you imagine having that much extra space in a New York City apartment to stockpile weapons?
It wasn't in here.
Right.
That it doesn't feel like people are doing that in the city. I don't know why.
What, stockpiling weapons?
Well, mass shooting.
Well, first of all, there's not enough time in the day.
It's too expensive with rent being high.
It's too expensive. There's not enough time. You're on the train for so long. Imagine having to take the train with all your guns.
Yeah. Sometimes
like,
when we're videotaping stuff, I'm like, I don't feel like carrying my camera.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine doing that. And then it's just like life is so hard here that like doing that just seems so much extra hard.
Well, I watched a lot of documentaries this weekend. Showtime has a series about mass shooters over the last 30 years.
Okay.
And one of them was Columbine, but a lot of them have been planning for it for over a year. And I'm like, when I plan something that long, I usually lose interest pretty fast.
Maybe you haven't thought about it.
Maybe I don't love it.
Yeah, maybe if you planned the shooting, you'd love it and you'd actually do it.
I bet you it is, in a weird way, like the same of planning your wedding.
Probably.
Well, like, the Columbine one was really interesting because they were wanting to do it. They did it in 3 parts, but the first part didn't work out, nor did the third part. It involved explosives.
But the second part was pretty...
Yeah, that was just plain shooting students.
And what did they do? Did they kill themselves after?
Yeah.
Do you think there was like... Did they actually get a moment alone where they were like, we did it, and then kill themselves?
Like where they're high-fiving?
Yeah, where they're like we did it. Yeah, they were like, we didn't think this was going to work out, but it did. Yeah. I would hate for you and I to be in something like that and we kill everyone and then we're going to kill ourselves. I just want to be like, we did it. We did it. Thumbs up. And
the first part didn't work out nor the third part, but like this is pretty major.
Also, too, I'd be like, Sarah, thanks for convincing me to have 3 parts. If we only did the first part, none of this would have happened.
I mean, like you have to have a lot of parts.
Yeah.
That way, if one doesn't work out, you have other areas that it can work out.
Stuff to fall back on.
A plan B.
Right, which is what I think we should have with comedy. I'm going to go to mechanic school.
Well, I just thought I'm going to quit writing material and just start taking bathing suit photos for the next 6 months.
Ooh, I love that.
It's going to be so exciting.
Nice.
And I'm going to make under my bathing suit photos. I'm like, guys, I am just tired of working hard at this and making videos for you
I always said
when all I need to do is just bathing suit shots for 6 months straight.
That's what I said. We should have just worked on our abs instead of jokes.
We wasted so much time. Well,
15 years.
Oh, yeah.
That's how much time I wasted.
Well, Joe and I were talking about, he's like, this whole time I've been trying to take artistic photos of the sunset on Instagram when
His
I should have
pictures
just
are
been.
nice.
They are nice, but they don't get the love that just doing a dumb little like fart video.
Yeah. There's very little artistic
Or puppies.
integrity. Puppies, I mean, I'm such a...
We need to have more dogs in our social media.
So I wrote to this guy. So I'm obsessed with these, like, grumpy griffins.
Yeah.
Okay. And I wrote to... But every time I see a cute one on Instagram, I will, like, tag Fred in it and then be like, here's another one for us to steal.
Yeah.
As a joke. And one guy, he CC'd the NYPD on me. And I was like, dude, I'm not... Like, the first rule of
They're like, we've
stealing
got shooters to
is,
deal with.
yeah, is not to fucking leave a trail.
Yeah.
So I've never seen one of these dogs in person.
It's almost like if you were like, I want to eat that dog, and then he also alerted the NYPD because you like eating dogs.
Right. But
Yeah.
he also CC'd it like it was an email, which I thought was fun.
Yeah. That's how they...
That seems like that's like that seems like something an old lady would do that doesn't know
Yeah.
like you don't CC.
Well, I think calling the cops for anything is really funny anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I think
yeah.
I've talked about this. Me and my family always call the cops on each other.
Like it's as if it's some family mediator.
I think,
But they probably prefer that than having to go deal with
maybe
an actual murder.
I guess, but like, there is no real reason to call the cops over a domestic dispute
Yeah,
unless somebody is dead.
that's true. I called the cops on a domestic dispute once, and they had no idea that I did it.
Did you like call and hang up?
No, I was on my like back porch area or front porch area, and there was a car that like abruptly stopped, and then both the girl and the guy got out, and they were just yelling nonstop to each other.
That's fun.
And then they were really drunk, but it was late at night that I was like, well, they can't just... When I look back on it, I'm like, I probably shouldn't, and I had been drinking too.
Ooh, fun.
So no, but the cops did come, but they were just like, hey, can you just be quiet? Can you hit somewhere else?
Yeah, can
Quieter.
you just hit quietly or like do purple nurples? Those don't make a lot of noise.
Yeah.
It's like when you teach them.
Oh,
like that.
yeah.
That's not fun. Wait, so I wrote to this guy.
Yeah.
That called it that to CC the NYPD. I said, look, I've never seen one of these dogs in person. I said, can I meet your dog? I'm like, I'm not going to steal it.
Yeah.
I was like, I just want to see if my dog will like your dog. So he's like, all right, we're going to go to some park in Brooklyn. And then I got home at like 4 a.m. the night before. And I was like, it's just too late.
It's too
Wake up.
far. Yeah.
Yeah. But I almost made a grump.
I like this. It's like you're setting up dates for your dog.
I know. It's much...
And even for your dog is like, I can't do this.
I know. It's much more... If it was for... I have one dog on there that's my favorite.
Okay.
He has the hugest ears and looks like Dumbo.
So do you think
I would have gotten
in
up
the
for
next 6 months you are probably going to get a griffin?
Maybe.
That's what I feel is about to happen.
I think so. This is a lot of foreshadowing, but...
I like when you know. That is an exciting feeling where you're like, I'm just going to go look.
I always say that. Even when
And you know.
Right. I used to do
when
that
you get
even
there,
with like
you're getting
alcohol.
it.
I'd be like, I just want to see what they have.
Yeah.
And then you end up getting stuff.
And then in your mind you're like,
This is
well.
You're like, well, this is such a bad trap for myself.
What a surprise.
Guys,
Yeah.
you have to look these dogs up. They're so... I mean, they look kind of like Zuzu.
They're really cute.
They're so
They're
cute.
like grumpy looking, kind of like grumpy looking pugs. They're in the same
Yes.
family, it seems like.
They are... I
of
think
like
they're like...
fucking cute dogs.
yeah, I think they're like short-haired or smooth-haired
Yeah.
griffins.
They're adorable.
So cute. There's one dog that I really would steal. But he's in Australia.
Did you see that the one lady did steal a Yorkie? They have her on video putting it under, and then they were like, if you see this lady...
Yorkies are very expensive.
They are.
But those are not my favorite types of dogs.
I don't mind them.
My mom has had 2, and they're still not my favorite types of dogs. I don't like yippy dogs.
I didn't realize they were yippy, but I do think they're like the toy ones are so fucking cunty and cute.
They are. I wouldn't steal one of those though, unless somebody was abusing it, and then I stole it and gave it to someone else.
What would you consider abuse?
Leaving a dog outside when it's really hot or really cold, or just chained up to something.
Yeah. I thought you were going to go lighter. That way you would have
ways to get it.
Yeah. So it would just be an easy,
I don't know. I saw one of those Griffin dogs, though, and, like, it was alone for 2 seconds. I'd be like, it's being abused, and just steal it. I would just put it right under my shirt. They're so cute.
They are adorable. I know. It's like, I would walk by this one pet store on the way to the gym, and I'd always be like, do not stand in front of the window because it looks sad as a single woman to look at a dog by yourself.
It's also sad to go. I've gone into stores and played with pups. I remember right after Marley died, I went to go play with this boxer, and I knew I wasn't going to get it, but I just missed her. And then the guy came back like 10 minutes later. I was hysterical crying. He goes, I'm going to give you some more time by yourself. I was like, okay, that's probably a good idea.
I wonder how often they deal with ladies crying all the time.
I don't know, but
it makes sense though, because
also
they just fill in it like whatever thing that you need.
Puppies are so great.
They are.
There's not like I would love to be in a tub with a bunch of puppies.
Well, there's this little video that I like. It's this little boy running around in a field.
Oh, I want to say that I have my clothes on in the tub because people are gross.
I didn't even picture you naked.
No, some people are gross.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, oh.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, speaking of, there's this guy on Twitter
Uh-oh.
that always follow Friday's all-female comics. And I'm like, oh, I guess he likes female. And then, you know how sometimes they'll show you, I don't follow him, but it'll show you something that another person liked of his?
Yeah.
It was porn. So and you know how porn, you can watch porn on Twitter.
Can you?
Yes.
I've never done that.
It's not like Instagram. You can, like, Joel Kim Booster has, like, put on his feed one time a guy getting fisted really hard. And I was like, Joel, you have to give us a warning 1 tweet ahead of this that something is about to show up, because you're scrolling and then you're like, holy shit.
How do you get a whole fist in someone's ass?
I don't know. And aggressively, too. Like a steam machine or something. It was crazy. But this guy does, and then I'm like, oh, I think he just follows female comics that talk about sex, and then follows female porn stars that are just getting fucked. So there you are thinking like, oh, it's nice that this guy really likes female comedy, but there's like something more sinister about it.
It'd be funny if you're like, what's one of my bits? He's like, you know the one where you talk about getting bukkakied, and you're like, that's not me. He's like, oh, okay, that must be somebody else.
What about the one where you like anal sex? And I'm like, that's not my either.
He's like, okay, what about one where you're having sex in a shoe store? And you're like, yeah, still not me. And he's like, all right, let me think of what one of your jokes I like.
But yeah, it just dawned on me. I'm like, oh, you're like, this guy's just a creep.
I don't even know who it is.
I'll show you. I only know him because he's been doing this every Friday. He'll always be like, follow Friday Sarah, and then
What's great is he has never done that to me. So that means I'm not even on his radar.
You may. We'll find out afterwards.
All right.
His name is Jimmy Evans.
Nope, no idea who that is. Now he's gonna follow me, and he's.
I don't think he listens to this podcast.
He probably doesn't.
What he does do, he retweets your joke and then he hashtags it for you.
And hashtags it what? I want to come in your face?
No, just like, you do a bit. Like I did one tonight about, I bet you one of the unsexiest parts of porn is when you have to upload your video after.
That's funny.
Well, because I was just thinking about, like, doing porn these days. Now you really have to know how to edit video and audio and know how to upload and get social media and know how to hashtag that. So you're like,
now when prostitutes say, or not even prostitutes, when strippers say they're doing it to go to school, they're learning editing.
Yeah.
They're like, I need to know how to edit my videos.
That you're like, the whole reason I got into porn is because I don't have any skills.
Right, I don't know how to edit this. And they're like, well, eventually you're going to get aged out of porn. So you're going to want to know how to edit stuff.
So I bet you porn stars now inadvertently have to go to like a tech school.
Or just learn Adobe. I don't know if that does anything. Where you're like, hey, can you just teach me how to learn this?
Maybe I should teach an Adobe class for porn stars.
Well, I would also think that the porn stars that got aged out would actually teach the classes.
Yeah.
That seems like a good idea.
But yeah, maybe I should just do a YouTube tutorial for porn stars about like how you want to get a close-up of your cum shot.
Not a bad idea. I also wonder, though, how do you even get into the porn business?
Well, here's one theory that
it's not like you're doing open mics.
No, I think what you end up having to do is if you're a girl and you're crying outside, some guy will approach you.
About doing porn?
And be like, have you ever thought about doing porn?
That's what it is? If you're just sitting outside crying, someone will approach you about doing porn?
Well, I remember watching this one documentary, and there's several, they've done a part 1 and a part 2 because it was so popular, was what happens to porn stars afterwards. So when I watched the first part of it, a lot of them were like, I wasn't anything they were thinking about. It was just like one day they were just crying outside.
And some guy approached them?
Yeah, one of them was like a guy they obviously had a look, but it was just funny to me that 2 girls had a similar story about crying outside.
And like a random dude went up to them?
Like was like, hey, do you want to make extra money?
And she's like, sure, what do I have to do? Stuff envelopes?
Well, I'm sure. I'm sure.
She's like,
there's probably more to that story. Just kind of like, you know, that you hear those Hollywood stories where they're like, yeah, I just mailed him my script and then I got it. And then you find out they're related to somebody and then somebody recommended them.
Right.
And you're like, oh, you left out that part.
You left out the most important part about you getting this.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And they always do. So there probably is, but it did feel like
maybe
it was a pattern.
Maybe we do a class on how to cry and not get roped into porn. How to cry and be able to turn it down.
We'll just try to cry and not a sexually provocative outfit.
Okay. You pretend to cry and I'm going to try and get you to do porn. Hey. I feel like you have that voice. Hey. And touch someone's shoulder like that.
I lost my kids and I can't pay for rent right now.
Oh my God. Hey, do you want to come live with me?
How much?
How much?
Is it free?
It's free. Now.
What do I have to do?
All you have to do is suck my cock on video.
Is it for how much?
For how much? Well,
I just need $50 more.
$50 more.
Yeah. For $50 I will suck your dick.
I'm like, okay. Oh, look at this person.
No, thank you.
No, I think it's a trans.
I don't know.
I don't know if we can even say that.
We're getting this guy on the mic. We're not getting him on the mic.
This guy saw you crying, and
yeah.
I think he's gonna ask you to do porn. There's a guy. This really works.
I'm like, I'm not.
You gotta get away.
Are you gonna lock the door?
You gotta get away.
Did you lock the door?
Gotta get away. We're locking the door for this weird. You gotta get away. Goodbye.
Bye.
I'm calling the cops on you. Okay. This guy. I'm gonna die. This guy's so crazy.
Guys, I don't know how to. This guy just wants. We're like, we're not famous.
I
dude.
know. We're like, dude, do you want to do porn? We should say that we're porn. That we're porn people.
God,
if
you can't have him get in your car.
Oh no, I'm not even gonna like give him any attention.
Yeah.
That's probably how he turned out like that.
Oh yeah. He's
he's not giving up, which I love.
I love that tenacity.
Is he still here?
In our trans crackheads.
Yeah, he's fun though. He's still here. Look at him.
He's working it.
You know,
he's moved over.
He kind of looks like Joe. What's his name? John Leguizamo.
Oh yeah, like a character he would do.
Now he is somebody that should have been offered porn. He looks like he's willing to do anything.
Oh, I bet. I feel like any guy like that carries stuff in a plastic bag is ready to do porn or make a little bit of money.
Also, that's like all his belongings. Like somebody pulls up and says, "Hey, are you ready? Do you want to go to Hollywood?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm already packed." Now he's got. What's interesting though is he's approached 2 people on the street. He's approached a black woman and a white man. Now
I thought that was a black guy. Oh
no, it's a black woman.
What do you think she's doing? What is he asking?
I'm surprised she's even talking to him because if you are going to act annoying, a black woman is not going to put up with it.
No, they're their best.
But she is with a white man that maybe they walked away.
I feel like that's the best thing about black woman, they probably save themselves so much time with bullshit.
Yeah. Like, that lady got out of that pretty quickly. That
Yeah.
white guy with her would have probably gotten stuck there for hours.
You would be watching me dig through my purse at this moment.
Right, if that guy was, like, following you.
Yeah.
Do you find what's the best policy? Is it to be nasty right away and be like, get away from me? Because if you act nice to people like that you don't want to talk to, they don't stop.
No, I just usually go, oh, I'm sorry, sir. I don't have any money on me.
Okay. Has anyone ever got mad and said, I don't want your money? Isn't it
I
weird?
don't think so, but I've always assumed
You always
usually
assume
always
they
ask
want
for
your money.
Yeah. And then I'm like, what do you want? And he's like, friendship.
No,
Like,
he
I
didn't say
can't.
that.
No.
Okay.
But can you? Oh,
That'd be really funny.
Yeah. Ugh.
What if you say, I'm sorry, I'm not a casting director, instead of saying, I don't have any money? I think that person would have been into a casting director.
Oh, he was looking to be. He's wanting to be famous.
I mean, he had a nice ass that wouldn't quit. Did you
Wait.
see him? He was
Oh, he
twerking. He
jiggled?
was twerking over there.
I would have gotten the thing up, but then I feel like he would ask us for residuals.
Also, I didn't want him to touch me. You know, there's
Yeah.
certain people you just don't want them to touch you because who knows when they wash their hands.
Oh, well, it's not like we could have a healthy relationship with this guy.
You don't think so?
No. I feel like it would be really hard to meet halfway in our friendship. He'd be like, I need a ride.
And you say, I'm
He'd
sorry.
be calling you all the time for rides.
Well, he can call me. He's going to get the same treatment that my student loans get, which is hang up. Silence. They keep calling me, too, where I'm like, have you seen how much money I've been making in the last 10 years? You're like,
I know. Or like, get me a job in
no,
comedy.
I feel like, yeah, but they're going to we can't do that. We can get you a job at McDonald's.
Yeah.
And you're like, no way.
Oh, yeah.
There was a good article that I wanted to talk about. And I
About
can't
student
remember.
loans?
No, I don't even care about that. I still got to call the IRS about that money.
Oh, somebody was talking about they would buy shirts from you.
Like shirts that I've worn.
But then it's like extra money that we have to put in. We can take that Patreon money and put towards T-shirts.
No. Oh, we could do that. Oh, we're going to have like
Honestly,
badge
for
shirts?
myself, I wouldn't mind my own badge shirt just to wear on
could do that.
stage or something.
We should definitely make some shirts.
Yeah.
Why don't we take the Patreon money and make some shirts?
Well, because I was just saying the Patreon money is not that much to make a dent in like bills and stuff, but we
No.
could invest it in other ways that would be fun.
Do you have any good... somebody sent us a really...
I think I remember who it was. The
We're
little
kinda-
badges, right?
Yeah, the
badge.
little vaginas.
I would love those with their heads as clits.
Or we could just be on one of the two sides of the lips.
Oh yeah,
We could do that. That
and
would be
the
fun.
mic could be like the
A
clit
dick?
part.
Oh.
Like,
I feel like we're gonna...
coming in.
I feel like if we wear this on stage, we're gonna get more people that like follow Fridays.
Oh yeah, Jimmy Evans will be on us.
He'll be on us full time.
Yeah, he'll be like, I think I get my porn and my comedians mixed up.
I'd be like, dude, I don't know what you're getting off to. This is an interesting area.
It is. Well, the Village is. It's light tonight.
It's a hodgepodge of crazy though. Look at these two weirdos.
They're cutie pies. Gay
Yeah,
or straight?
they definitely look like rapists. Yo, if that dude pushes that guy into my car, I'm gonna take my shovel out and bash his head in. I have a shovel in my car.
Why do you have a shovel?
Well, I got it when when it would snow and I had to dig my car out, but it is also a good weapon.
Yeah. I can't imagine. Do you think you could do it?
Bash someone's head in?
Yeah.
Not, not for no reason, but if somebody like to protect myself, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think.
Do you think you would feel remorse afterwards, being
No.
like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry"?
Nope. I think I'd be fine. Just
Yeah.
like the way I don't talk to my mother and I feel fine. I think I could do that.
Yeah. I guess so.
think
Well, I
it'd be
guess
okay.
if you've established that.
Well, if
What they've done.
if somebody's going to hurt me or do something to like
Yeah.
Zuzu, yeah, I have no remorse. Or like a friend, someone I care about. Yeah, I wouldn't
Yeah.
try and kill them, but I would just, be like, dude, you gotta get away.
Yeah. Sometimes I think about like, could I do it?
I think if you
I don't think I
had
have the
to-
force. I think the shovel's too heavy for me.
Look, I remember we were talking about pegging somebody, and you said you didn't think you'd be able to get
The thrust in.
right. I think if you got into a fist fight right before and got really mad, you could peg someone.
I would have to get an adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
I guess the only way for me to peg somebody is if I felt like my life was in threat, right?
Or what if
like a huge adrenaline rush?
Okay, what if you saw Joe fuck someone? Would that get you mad enough to peg someone? Do you think you could get mad enough? What if it was pegging Joe?
Oh, somebody was pegging Joe?
No. Joe was having sex with somebody and you caught it. Could you get mad enough from that to peg someone?
I don't think I would get really mad.
If you saw Joe fuck someone?
Yeah.
What would your reaction be? Sad?
I think it would be sad. I don't know what I would do.
Well, I guess it depends where it was that you saw it. Like, if it was in your house, what could you do if you walked into that?
You know what's really sad? I feel like it's if everybody knew about it and I didn't.
So, like, if everyone knew about it, but you
that
didn't?
Joe was like, and no one told me, and I'm just like this dumb idiot. That's
okay.
Like,
I would definitely tell you.
I think you.
So I don't know. No, I don't think anyone would know.
No, it's funny that you have to be right there to tell me the news before you saw me peg somebody. Like, thank you, Adrian, and then a running start. Did we get any emails?
We might have.
I think we did. Shin keeps Instagram messaging our vag.
Oh, what's he saying?
He wants us to get Mike Racine, and I'm totally on board with that.
We could do that.
I just always forget because we only really kind of go get our bonus episode with who's on the Cellar lineup.
We could do that. We get Racine.
I'm doing Terra Nova's podcast on Thursday.
You should ask him if he'll let you also tape it and put it up.
I should.
He wouldn't care. It's more promo for him.
Oh, yeah.
Terra Nova's fun.
He's super funny.
I think we're going to have to wrap in a couple of minutes.
Oh, is Joelle here?
Yeah, Joelle's going to be here in a couple minutes.
All
I figure we'll just go
These are shorties, but we also, with, we have Liz Mealy's coming out this week, and hers is long, so we make up for it.
Yeah, it's also hard because you're traveling and I'm traveling, and we'll get some longer ones in.
Yeah.
We could also...
I'm free all this week.
Yeah, we'll meet more this week. We could do like another 10 minutes after this or something. It's up to you.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll let you know when we have to go, though.
Okay.
I said to let us know when she's by the cellar.
Great.
So wait.
I like that our listeners got to hear a little bit of our business side.
Well, yeah, now they're seeing what two busy women of the night are doing.
We're two single working moms.
I like how that dude saw you crying and he was going to ask you if you wanted to do porn.
I know, it really worked, right?
Yeah. I mean, I guess if you're really desperate for money and somebody's like, hey, I'm going to give you money, you just have to do porn.
Oh, yeah. I feel like doing porn in New York City seems depressing because everybody's apartments are so small.
Yeah. I mean, also, I don't think you're doing... Like, I think you need a pretty big area.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like you need kind of...
But you never watch porn from New York. But nowadays, it's just you porn, so it's very low budget
in their
bedroom.
You could also use the Vagmobile to do porn.
That's true.
So if you're ever needing some extra money, Sarah, I'll let you borrow the Vagmobile. I'll even put up...
There's Corinne.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, we fucked.
There's a comic right there walking by.
Yeah.
If you want to use the back seat, I will put up a little curtain so I can't see, and I'll drive you around.
That means a lot.
Hey, man, I just try and help you out as much as I can.
I feel it's never be so weird to do porn. I guess you just get used to it, like doing stand-up.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to have to go meet Joelle, though.
Are we ready?
We're ready.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Thanks, guys. vagpodcast@gmail. Follow us on Instagram.
Join the Patreon, especially if you've listened for 3 years for free. Do it for a couple of months. The bonus episodes are really fun.
Yeah, they're really great. And then we have top tier stuff.
I
made a great fart video.
Nice.
I'm making one for you with the
the lady that got heckled. I'm posting my set.
Yeah.
About how she interrupted me. That was pretty fun.
So that's gonna be fun.
You know, you could probably afford it.
And we appreciate all of our new Patreon members. Thank you.
Yeah, and anyone that writes to us and emails us.
We always read and answer.
We do. Sometimes it's, not right away.
Yeah.
But we're women. We're doing the best we can with our limited brain knowledge.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening.
All right. Bye.
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 Bye.